Hello there, Stevos. First of all, this is my first video of the year on my YouTube channel, SteveOfficial. So I first of all want to say a massive Happy New Year to all my subscribers and new viewers watching this video today. So I am going to be in this video looking at this brand new camera that I've recently got, which is the Sony ZV-1 camera. Now, obviously, I'm going to be using this camera a lot in 2022, especially for doing weekly vlogs, etc, etc. Now, the camera that I'm currently recording on at the moment is the Canon G7X Mark II camera, which is ideal for YouTubers. At the time when I first got this camera, it was really popular with YouTubers. But I have found out more recently that a lot more YouTubers are moving away from the Canon G7X Mark II camera to this Sony ZV-1 vlogging camera. There is actually a couple of YouTubers that I know that film with that camera. There is a couple of differences with this camera and the one that I'm filming on right now. First of all, this one here is a 4K shooter, so I can be shooting in 4K. Now, I am going to show off the 4K features a little bit later on in the video, so make sure you are checking out that. So fingers crossed you'll see that very shortly. But also as well, what I will say is there is a couple of other noticeable differences that I will show off in the tests that I'm going to do. So you're going to see a low light test where basically I'm going to walk from my room into the bathroom where it's very darkly lit, and then back again, and you'll see how well the camera performs in low light settings. The other thing you'll also see as well is you'll see that I can blur and unblur the camera backgrounds while I'm still filming, which is really awesome to see as well. Now, I didn't just get this Sony ZV-1 camera as well. I did get an alternative tripod as well, where I'm going to be able to record or shoot photographs and stuff using the tripod with this little detachable remote control. I can detach it, I can move it around and stuff. Obviously you do have to pair it with the camera's Bluetooth, which I've already done, and I must say I have already tried this out once. I'm not gonna lie, this is like my second attempt at filming this unboxing video, even though I've already unboxed the product itself. Yeah, so I must say that I am loving this. It is really good. It means that I don't have to touch any buttons on my camera at all. I've got it all here from the comfort of my tripod, and it's just so much easier. It really is. So yeah, so I really do love this. I think it is fantastic. The other things that I do get inside the box with the ZV-1 is a lot of instruction manuals and stuff like that. I also got this as well. So this is obviously just to help with the wind reduction. Now, on the camera settings, it does have a wind reduction setting which you can turn on, which helps if you are in a very windy environment. It doesn't pick up wind as much as what it would do when the reduction is turned off. Obviously, this is also another thing that will help it in order to kind of reduce the sound of the wind going through your camera's microphone as well, which is a really nice tool to have, but you do get that inside the box. I also picked up this as well. This is a little camera pouch. I thought it'd be really good, especially if I'm out and about and I'm taking my camera out with me. I can just quite simply slot this in here and zip it up as well. And it also helps because, you know, if I have got it in my bag or something, then obviously, and something was to leak, for example, you know, disasters like that do tend to happen, then at least I know my camera is safe. It is in this nice little pouch and it's not really going to get ruined. So yeah, so that's another thing that I really do like about it. Obviously it does come with a battery as well, but you can feel free to get more batteries. There are battery replacements and stuff for ZV-1 cameras, like there is for many other cameras out there. You can easily get them on Amazon. Now for the camera itself, you can see on the side here we've got a few little ports. They've actually got a little you can actually include your own external microphone, because they do have a headphone jack feature on this camera here, which it wouldn't be so much for use of headphones. It would be more so that you could plug in an external microphone, and then obviously you can go around and use your own microphone. You don't have to use the built-in camera microphone, which is awesome. They have got another port as well, where obviously you'll be using it to charge your camera and stuff. Obviously there'll be where the on-off button is, there is a little orange light that turns on to let you know that the camera is charged or charging. And then obviously you've got like the little red button here, which is just to record. You've got the little shutter thing there, obviously to take photographs. Now the zooming option as well, they've got that as well. Now the zoom, I'm not gonna lie, isn't as great as my previous Sony camera that I did have about a year ago now. So yeah, I mean it's a lot better on my previous Sony camera to this one. This one only zooms so much. It doesn't zoom like, you know, so far that I can see, I don't know, yeah, I could see a few feet away from me, you know, like, I don't know, 50 feet away from me, etc, etc. So the zoom in isn't as great on this, but, you know, that's not a bad thing. So yes, obviously they've got the on-off button. Now, the really awesome thing I love about this is the fact that I'm going to have to keep my hand away from this, but when I open up the lid like that for the screen, the camera instantly switches on, okay? And then when I close the lid back down, the camera turns off. So it's not the case of, I don't even have to press the on-off button. I can literally just open a lid like this, and then the camera switches on. Now obviously I've got the screen viewfinder facing me right now, but obviously with the Canon G7X Mark II camera, the viewfinder is actually flicked up, so I can actually see myself whilst looking into the lens. With this one, obviously, I can see what's going on around me, right in front of me. I can see my camera there filming. But if I flip the screen over like that, obviously, I can then start to see, I don't know how well this is going to pick it up, but you're then going to start to see, that's my microphone there in the screen viewfinder there. But yeah, so, and I think it is quite good, to be honest, because yeah, I mean, I do like the way, I mean, I can just literally just look at myself in the screen and in the lens. And the other good thing about this is when I do hit record on this, is I am able to quite easily see that I am filming, because a red light is flicked on in front of the camera to let me know that I am in recording process, and then obviously it turns off when the recording is done. So I really do like that feature about that. That's a really awesome feature. Obviously this does shoot in 4K, and I will show you guys some 4K footage very shortly in the next part of the video. But yeah, I mean, in all seriousness though, I really do like this. You can play around with the settings, you can change it into different modes, you can even make some cinematic scenes, some cinematic video footage and stuff like that with this camera. There are some YouTube tutorials out there as well to show you that you know, you're able to do that. So that's a really awesome feature there as well. So I really do like that. And obviously this does fit really well on this as well. Now what I like about this is obviously you've got the little detach button at the bottom here to detach the remote, so you can wander around with it. And then on the back they've got a little button on the back up here where my middle finger is, and that also helps to release the legs on the tripod, and then you can just sit it up and move it around as and when you want to. To be honest, you have to kind of open it from the bottom part of the legs in order for it to actually open up. And then obviously you've then got another little side button here which you can kind of move up and down, and I do believe actually there is also another way as to how you can kind of get it so it moves down to one side. I mean, you can do it so it's like this, so the camera is facing downwards like that, and you can basically film in portrait and landscape mode, which I really do like. So that's a really cool feature that I like about this as well. But yeah, I mean, it is a really nice tripod, I'm not gonna lie. Very handy indeed. So I definitely do recommend it. They do have a Sony official one, to be honest, but it is very costly. These are the more alternative, cheaper option tripods that you can get for a Sony camera. They do actually do one of these in Canon as well. I did see that on Amazon, but I do like this one though, for the Sony one. I think that's really awesome. Obviously it does require, it does come with a battery, the remote control, which you have to use a coin to open up the battery compartment, so like a 10p coin for example. So yeah, so there's that. The other thing that I would also say about this as well is the fact that they do have Bluetooth settings. So obviously your camera and the tripod remote control connect via Bluetooth, and obviously then you need to, so you connect it up, but make sure that the Bluetooth remote control feature on your camera is switched on. If that's not switched on but your Bluetooth is switched on, then the remote control is not going to work. So make sure there's two things here. Make sure the Bluetooth switched on. Make sure the Bluetooth remote control feature on this camera is switched on as well. Otherwise, yeah, not going to work. I did realise that. So yeah. But other than that though, I've said my bit about the camera and stuff, and I must say that I have had a little play around with it. It is going to need to be put on charge a little bit more, because it only comes with a small percentage of battery juice before it does run out, so it's not really fully charged yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to charge this battery up and make sure that, you know, it's all working well. And then what we'll do is we'll do some tests. We'll have a low light test coming up, and then after that I will do the stabilization mode as well, because that's the other good thing about this. The problem is with a lot of cameras is they can be quite shaky when you move them about. With this one, it's very stable. I'm also going to do a product test as well, because there's another very cool feature that this camera doesn't do, sadly, is a lot of vloggers out there, like me, we tend to show off products in our videos and stuff. So for example, I could show you a product of a Nintendo Switch, I could show you my iPod Touch, or etc, and I may even use those as part of the product viewing test that I'm going to do with this camera. Now, the problem is with it is the fact that with this camera, I can show you the product, it will focus on the product. When I take the product away from the camera and it comes back to me, it takes ages and ages for it to focus back onto me. The camera focus goes all blurry and stuff like that. However, with this camera here, I could literally be showing my face to the camera, then I could show the product for the, like for example, the Nintendo Switch console, and then I could then take the Nintendo Switch handheld model away from me, and it will focus straight back onto me within seconds. It is very fast and very good. So I will show you that a little bit later on in this video as well, because I do think that's a very important feature for you guys to see. Yeah, and there has been times where it's been such a struggle where I've held something up to the camera even for 30 seconds pulled it away from the camera, and then it's taken about a minute to 2 minutes for my camera that I'm filming on right now to actually pick my face back up again. So there we go. There is one final thing. A lot of you have been asking about this, is what's going to happen to your Canon G7X Mark II camera. I can tell you this, I am going to continue keeping this camera, because just in case anything does happen to this one, I will revert back to this camera again, but for the most part I will be doing a lot of vlogging on this camera and stuff going forward in 2022. So hopefully my weekly vlogs and stuff, when they do come back, will be more in 4K, and it will really show. If you're watching my weekly vlogs and stuff on a 4K ready TV, and if I'm filming in 4K, then it's gonna really show on your TV. I mean, my TV is a 4K ready TV, so if I was to watch back a weekly vlog that I do later this year on my YouTube channel, and obviously I film it in 4K, it's gonna come up on my TV that I filmed it in 4K, and it will really show. It may also show on my iMac as well, because my iMac is a 4K ready screen, so it is designed for 4K stuff. So yeah, so I think it will also show really well on my iMac as well. That's enough from the Canon G7X Mark II camera though. It's time for me now to switch over to the Sony ZV-1 camera, and without further ado, let's take a look and see at some of these amazing features that you get to see with this camera. Let's take a look. So this is the Sony ZV-1 camera for you. I hope you guys are hearing me very clearly on this. But this is the camera that I'm going to be using to do some vlogging on going forward in 2022, starting off with weekly vlog number 100. I think this is a great way, especially now that I'll be able to produce YouTube videos in 4K as well. So if you do have a 4K ready TV, then obviously the vlogs that I will be making going forward are going to be ideal to watch on a 4K ready TV. The other great thing that I like about this is the fact that you've got like a product showcase feature as well. So for example, I could hold this up here, and this should be coming up a little bit clearer, but I don't think it will work really well with this though, because obviously of how small it is. But what I can show you is I could show you things like this, for example. So that would come out clearer. If I kind of get myself out into the shot a little bit, you can see that I'm blurred. And then when I come back, it comes back onto me. I've tried doing it with the brightness thing as well. So basically when I show my iPod Touch like this, obviously it does pick up the brightness very, very easily, as you can tell. You can see the Netflix, Prime Video, Snapchat, Spotify, YouTube, ITV Hub and BritBox apps all there. And then when I come straight back, obviously the brightness comes back from the camera onto me again, which I really, really do like. And obviously I can show you some other bits and pieces as well. So things like my Nintendo Switch. So if I just hold my Nintendo Switch up like this for a second, obviously you can see the background's all blurred out and the Nintendo Switch is in focus, and then when I come back to me, it straight away comes back to me. Yeah, I mean that's a really, really good feature to have, I think, to be honest. So what I am going to do actually is I'm probably going to do some outside testing with this, because obviously I have tried it on a couple of occasions where I have basically walked from my room to the bathroom and back, and while it is really, really good at picking up low light settings from there, but I don't think it really gives you a true look at how this camera actually looks in the low light settings. So what I will do is I will film a little bit of footage. I will kind of put some music over it as well. We'll do some sort of like montage or something like that of basically what it's like to film both at night, so you can get a feel of how it looks when it's filmed at night time. And I'll also take some footage as well, and I'll show you how it looks during the day as well. So I'll do a little bit of walking during the day and during the night, so that you guys get a pretty good idea as to how this kind of looks and feels as well on a YouTube video. I think that would be a really good idea, because I mean, I have filmed this on multiple occasions now, and yeah, I have done the test of let me walk from my room to the bathroom and back, and I just don't think it really shows off how well this camera really does look in low light. I mean, you can still see my face in low light settings, and I will show my face as well in those low light settings, so that you guys get a pretty good idea and a pretty decent idea as well of how it looks. The other good thing as well about this is the fact that, you know, you can also have various different settings, so you can choose to manually focus and defocus on things, as well as automatically focusing and defocusing on things as well. I really do like that about that, so I think that's a really good thing about this as well. I also love the fact that, you know, you can also have a pretty good focus on something. So what I may also do is I may also focus on, I might take a photo or a couple of photos of things. I may even take a selfie of me, and I'll show you the outcome of some of those images as well, because not only is this an ideal vlogging camera, but I also think this is an ideal photography camera as well, because of the focus features that you do have with this camera as well. So without further ado though, let's take a look at this little montage of filming during the day, filming during the night as well, especially in low light settings, and I'll even show you off a couple of photography.
It's like you're breathing fire, 'cause I'm sweating in your view. Ooh, the world is in your clutch. Your count keeps getting higher, and I'm standing in line for you. With a heart like that, you're gonna get stacked with love, yeah. And what I got is metal light, I know, na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. With a song like this, I hope I won't miss that competition. And when I play what I gotta go, na-na-na-na-na. It's like I wanna get shot and glued and over my grave. I'm gonna get played, but you, you make me go na-na-na-na-na. Like I'm under your feet, so screwed. I'm gonna get smashed, I want it so bad, 'cause you, you make me go na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. I'm lighting up whenever I'm in your presence, so I'm floating in your smile. And it's just my kind of love, you got everyone's attention. I've been falling for a mile. With a heart like that, you're gonna get stacked with love, yeah. And what I got is not a lot, I know, na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. With a song like this, I hope I won't miss that competition. And when I play what I gotta go, na-na-na-na-na. It's like I wanna get shot and glued and over my grave. I'm gonna get played, but you, you make me go na-na-na-na-na. Like I'm under your feet, so screwed. I'm gonna get smashed, I want it so bad, 'cause you, you make me go na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Can't explain it, why I need that touch. Maybe I'm going crazy for you. I'm outdated, never burns too much. wanna get shot and glued and over my grave. I'm gonna get played, but you make me go na 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 na, like I'm under your feet, so screwed. I'm gonna get smashed, I want it so bad, 'cause you make me go na 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 na.
That is a little montage for you of some photographs that I've taken using the ZV-1 camera, and of course some daylight filming and nighttime filming as well. Hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found this video very, very interesting. If you did, then please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment in the comment section down below if you would like to. And feel free to hit that subscribe button as well if you are new around here and you want to start off your year off to a very good start. Then feel free to hit that subscribe button to become a Steve-O. I've got plenty of things coming out, including weekly vlogs in January and going forward. And I've even got another unboxing video coming out for you very soon, which is going to be the Nintendo Switch OLED model. I'm going to be getting that between the end of January and the beginning of February, so that's something not to be missed. I'm really looking forward to unboxing the OLED model. Obviously, I did show off earlier in this video my Nintendo Switch that I've got currently, which is this one here. This is the 2017 Nintendo Switch model, which I've had since launch day, admittedly, but I'm going to be passing this one on to my mum, and I'm going to be getting a brand new Nintendo Switch model. I'm probably going to be getting it in white though. I'm not going to get it in blue and red like this one is, because, well, A, it will save me from confusion, and B, I also like the look of the white coloured Nintendo Switch OLED model as well. It's much more of a fresher feel to it. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next YouTube video here on SteveOfficial.